Content Analysis Friday, February 28th. Guys, Hampton +4 yesterday. A big winner against Drexler. A game they could have won outright, but they did lose by 1. But we had him +4, guys, and a big win. $5,000 to $50,000 challenge starts great. Day 1 victory. The account grew from $5,000 to $9,347, guys. And here's the ticket, guys. Big win. And today we have another college basketball play lined up. And we're going to follow the AI Analyzer, guys. If you guys don't know about it, guys, it's a product that I've partnered up with somebody pretty amazing, somebody really smart that's helping me create this product, guys, and it gives you guys the key factors for the sport so you guys can make an informed decision. And as you guys can see right here, guys, Hampton was the play. Statistically speaking, they dominated in most categories, guys, and you saw it yesterday if you watched the game. They dominated that game, guys. They could have won that game very easily, guys. So this provided great information. It provided an edge, guys. That data that most lack that Vegas has, and that's why they win long term. Now we have it with the AI Analyzer, guys, and it's a community now. If you guys are interested, I'm posting these AI Analyzer for every game in NBA and college basketball every single day that you're going to get this. So if you're interested in that, DM me AI Analyzer and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. One last game that I'll show you guys is North Texas versus FAU. Everybody had FAU because it was a telling line because they were home. But statistically speaking, data speaking like Vegas, North Texas dominated that matchup, guys, and they ended up winning pretty easily, right? So today we're going to follow the AI Analyzer again, guys, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how, and I'm going to get right to it. College basketball, great games today, and NBA too, guys. And the first game I'm going to talk about is Texas State versus James Madison. And before I give you guys this winner, guys, if you guys are growing, learning, expanding, share the show with a couple buddies that do the same thing, because today we got a big-time winner, guys. And James Madison versus Texas State. This line opened up in favor of James Madison at -1 and is flipped to Texas State at -1 right now. Texas State is at home. Something to factor in, guys. Now, where's the money and support going to? Moneyline James Madison is attracting close to lopsided action. 72% of the bets, 62% of the handle, guys, on the spread. 66% of the bets and 47% of the handle. You're seeing sharper money come to Texas State on the spread. On the money line, not much action to them, but the line still flipped in their favor. Clear reverse line movement, guys. Vegas knows something in this case, guys. Now, when you look at this game, guys, head-to-head, these guys faced each other last year, 2024, 2023, guys. So this year, there's no data to back the head-to-head. And they've never played in Texas State, at least these two head-to-head, right? The last 3 for James Madison's have been all victories. 3-0, guys, for Texas State, 2-1. Now, the strength of schedule for the last 3 games favors Texas State by quite a bit, guys. Their last game, Troy, one of the best teams in their conference, guys, yet they lost by 5 points. A game that they could have won, too, if you look at the data behind it all, guys. So, stronger strength of schedule last 3, last 5, and on top of that, on the season, very telling line as well. James Madison is 20-10 versus Texas State being 15-15. Yet the line flipped in their favor, guys. And this is where the AI Analyzer comes into play, guys. When we look at the stat for the last 3, guys, Texas State has the edge. Statistical advantage to Texas State. And they lead in most categories. Rebounding, offensive, and defensive, they lead right now. Field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and the best part, free throw percentage, which is key. A key component within this game, guys. Now, turnovers and opponent turnovers, guys, James Madison dominates. And they're one of the better teams in their conference to generate turnovers. Now, something I wanted to show you guys is the home and away splits, guys. When you see that, you see a home and away right here in the last 3 games. Texas State dominates in majority of the categories offensively and defensively as well. Now, when it comes to the turnover side of things, James Madison is pretty dominant in the season and over the last 3. But when you look at the home and away stats, Texas State generates more turnovers at home, guys, and protects the ball a little bit better at home. Home and away matters big time in college basketball, and I know you know that. So Texas State, to me, is a key game for today, guys. A very key game for today. One that I'm eyeing for today, depending on the line movement, but I like it a lot for today's angle, guys. Now, NBA has a bunch of games, too, and actually, I'm between 2 games, one NBA and one college basketball right now. And the NBA game is one that most likely than not you might have as well, guys. And it's Denver Nuggets versus Detroit. Denver just lost yesterday against Milwaukee as a 3.5, 4-point favorite, guys. A game that was tough for both teams. Now they're traveling to Detroit. Detroit has won 8-7 in a row. Last game against Boston, dominant game. And now they're facing this Denver team that's a little fatigued, right? So money and support right now going all over Denver. All over Denver on the spread, 62% of the bet, 75% of the handle. On the money line, 64% of the bet, 68% of the handle. Yet the line's pushing in favor of Detroit. Now they're at -2, right? So reverse line movement when it comes to that. Something I want to touch on is, I don't remember the last time I saw Detroit as favored against Denver. I don't remember. Over the last 10 games, they have not been favored against Denver, guys. And typically, Denver wins this matchup. They're 9-1 over the last 10. Now, something that might scare a lot of you guys is the same situation that scared a lot of you guys against Boston. And that's the situation that Boston was 9-1 against Detroit, or 10-0 over the last 10. very similar to this, but you guys got to remember that teams like Detroit and teams like, for example, Houston, they became good over the last year or two, guys. So you guys got to factor that in. They got key players that they didn't have back in the day, Cade Cunningham being one of them, right? He is the leader within that team. When we look at the stats, guys, Detroit is winning the statistical advantage. The AI analyzer is pointing that to us right here, as you guys can see. Where does Denver lead? Rebounding. Right now, rebounding, offensive rebounding, that's a huge edge for them. But when you look at the defensive rebounding, guys, they're pretty much even, ranked 6 versus 9, guys. Detroit is leading in protecting the ball and generating more turnovers, and primarily they're leading in the offensive side of things, three-point percentage and field goal percentage. Denver's shooting the free throws a little bit better, guys, but you guys got to see one thing here, and it's personal fouls. Detroit doesn't really foul too much. They're ranked in the top half of the league at personal fouls, compared to Denver, that's 21st, right? Now, along with that, too, who draws more fouls? Detroit, ranked 3 compared to 26 at Denver. So the free throw percentage doesn't scare me too much in this situation, guys. I do like Detroit in this angle, guys. I like him at the money line, guys. And I do like Texas State. Other games that are pretty curious for today, one of them is Cleveland versus Boston. That's probably the best game of the day, guys. And Cleveland, you guys see it right here. They have similar strength of schedules over the last 3. The AI analyzer pulls the last 3 games data, and you see Cleveland pretty much dominates in every category other than free throw percentage right now. Cleveland also lost against Boston in Cleveland. This is a good revenge game. You're catching them at +2, +3. You got to factor in injuries for this game, guys, because Jaylen Brown is questionable, so is Drew Holiday, and along with that, Garland, the point guard for Cleveland, which is a key player, is questionable. So you want to factor the injuries closer to game time, but to me, this is a game that Cleveland +3, that's value, guys. And the last NBA game I'll talk about, and it really depends on injuries again, is the Knicks versus Memphis, guys. Memphis is dominated in this category, guys, but the Knicks are also a team that have been a bit hurt, guys. Towns, questionable, didn't play last game. Hart has been hurt as well. But one thing that stood out for me in this game, specifically today, is that Desmond Bane's not playing today. He's officially ruled out against the Knicks. And if the Knicks come with Josh Hart and Towns, and you're catching them at 3-4 points away, I like the spread, guys. But right now, the main 2 games are Texas State. I do like that game a lot, guys, and Detroit Pistons. To me, those 2 games stand out the most and are the winners for today, guys. So that's it for today. I'll be posting the play closer to game time on my profile like I did yesterday and like I've been doing this week, guys. Share the show with a couple buddies that do the same thing. Let's get a winner for today. Let's make it 2-0 on the challenge, guys, and I'll catch you guys on Monday.